What's going on, everyone? So we got the trailer, the official teaser trailer for 28 Years Later. It's the third installment in the 28 Days franchise. You had 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and now 28 years later. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years as they advertise. And look, it's just a little teaser, so it doesn't give you too much. However, it did definitely spark some exciting kind of conversation, particularly with the image of Cillian Murphy, which we're going to show here in a little bit. I'm going to show here in a moment. But kind of diving into the trailer, right? We got the official release date, which is going to be June 20th, 2025. So we're, 6 months away, a little more, from the release of this, which I'm excited for. I actually enjoy the 28 Days. 28 Days Later was great. I love that movie. 28 Weeks, I don't think it's as good. I don't think it's as strong, but still a fun watch. If you haven't seen it, you definitely got to see it. It's one of those films like you got to at least watch, and I've seen people are kind of hot and cold on that film, but this one seems to be kind of centered around a father and son, right? This kind of seems like it's centered around, this team of father and son that are trying to, and there's all these like different factions and stuff, right? They're also clearly setting up like the humans. Like I almost feel like this is going to kind of be like a Mad Max style zombie film, where you're going to have like the zombies, but the zombies aren't really the problem, right? It's the humans. The humans are the problem. That's kind of how it feels like this trailer is doing, right? They even talk about, humanity and how, humanity, like what have we become type thing. I think that is what they're really going to hit home, right? And you kind of see in this film, you got all these different groups and, it's like, okay, well, what are zombies? What are humans, right? There's even a couple shots of like what appears to be maybe zombies, but then, cuts away to like different humans and stuff. So I think that this is going to be like, yeah, you got to worry about zombies. Like, yeah, zombies are a problem, but society has evolved into this like just Mad Max type world, post-apocalyptic type world. So I do think that that's an interesting element to bring, where you have this kind of like zombie post-apocalyptic world with humans and the way that humans can be, right? And it's like zombies are the last thing you have to worry about. Zombies are the least of your concerns. You have to worry about the humans and the way that they operate. And I mean, even 28 Days Later was kind of like that, right? When the military people go take the woman and Cillian Murphy's character, right? Like they, are trying to do like some heinous stuff, can't talk about on YouTube, right? Like, and it just showed like, people are always going to default to just be these monsters. But real point of conversation is Cillian Murphy. Wanted to kind of wait to get to this point with it, because it is a pretty like shocking image. It's sparked the debate of like, okay, well, what happened? So is Cillian Murphy a zombie, right? Is he just somebody that is like, has he mutated into something specific? Is this him, like he's starving to death and they're going to have to replenish him? I mean, he is literally just bones, right? You'd imagine, like, is he really alive or is he a zombie? Which I think is very interesting, because, the way it ends, he's like, he's living his life, right? Like, they're good. They're kind of just trying to wait out for the zombies to die, right? So I'm curious to see, like, what does this mean for, his character? Is he dead? Is he alive, right? Jim I believe is his character's name, right? I'm curious to see, like, because he also like rises in the trailer. He like rises up out of this like, flower patch, right? Like he just kind of like springs up, like almost like out of a coffin, right? So even his movements don't seem very human-esque, but they really like promote and advertise Cillian Murphy back in this film as like, a big piece, like a big fixture, right? And it kind of seems like he's not really going to be in it very much, right? That he's going to be this like zombie, or, or maybe he's a survivor, maybe he's alive and he hasn't been able to eat. But, I'm curious to see how that plays out, because that is probably the most interesting thing about this little teaser, right? Because we all thought, oh, you're going to get to see Cillian Murphy in it. He's part of like a survivor group or whatever, right? Like, they kind of played it up as if he was going to be, one of the main fixtures. Like, we knew, like, Kid Sorry wasn't going to be the guy, like, kind of like how all these legacy films and stuff are all, like, they bring back the original characters, but they're only in it for 5 minutes. It's kind of how it feels like what's going to happen with this. That Cillian Murphy's character is going to just pop up and be a zombie, and somebody's going to end up taking him out or killing him. Maybe they have a sequence where he's like, leading the charge with zombies or something like that. Maybe it's like a zombie faction or something. Are the zombies like intelligent, right? Like, that's another thing that I'm curious about. Like, how are they gonna approach and go about the zombies themselves, right? Like, are they going to be this like smarter zombie? Like, have they evolved over the last 28 years, or are they, just your typical run of the mill zombies, right? Like, I'm curious to see how that all plays out. But Cillian Murphy, right? Like, it really does spark a lot of like questions and conversation about like, okay, like what's gonna happen with him? Like, my guess is he's just in this film briefly, and either A, he's a zombie, or B, he's just like, he's starving and dehydrated, and they're gonna like bring him in, and then he'll die at some point. I don't think I would be pretty surprised based on this image if he makes it out of the film. Right? Like, I mean, he's literally just like, he's bones. He looks like a zombie. If he's not a zombie, sure looks like it. Right? So, curious to see how that plays out. But beyond that, like I said, you get like these scenes, like this scene in the thing, right? It kind of at first makes it seem like there's zombies running around, but then they're like posing and like standing there and just like hanging out. So either the zombies have, like I said, evolved and became, more intelligent, or no, it's the humans. Right? The humans are the bad guys in this film. That the humans are the ones that are going to be the problem and the things you have to look out for. Right? And then kind of another thing to like really hit on this point, because again, you get several shots where they are really kind of trying to lead you down the path of like, oh no, zombies bad, right? Or zombies bad, but humans badder. You see this like, these like pillars that are made, but at the center, it's a pillar of skulls. So unless the zombies built that pillar of skulls, right? Unless the zombies are the ones that, decided to stack a skull tower, right? Then it's the humans. Now you would imagine that those are zombie skulls, which, okay. But what if it's not? Like, what if it's human skulls? And you have like this, like the people turn into cannibalism, right? Like, there's a lot of things that, we've seen other, post-apocalyptic and horror franchises and films and stuff do and make. Like, is this something that they're gonna kind of further buy into, right? Is this gonna be something where like, think of like the Book of Eli, if you ever saw the Book of Eli, right? Like, think of that, or like I said, Mad Max or whatever. That's really kind of what they're pushing this film to kind of be like. And I think the humans are going to be the bad guys. Going to be centered around, a father and son. They're kind of going to be the main focus, and they're hunting and trying to go take out zombies and find food and do all this stuff. I think it's going to be like, there's probably a food shortage. Like, that's why I kind of lean towards Cillian Murphy. Maybe he's not a zombie, and he's more of like a, just a human that's just starving to death, right? Because maybe there is no food, animals died off or whatever, or who knows, whatever. There's a million ways you can kind of write that off and explain it, but gonna be interesting. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'm a fan of the franchise, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this film and seeing what becomes of it. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think that, yes, the bad guys in this film are going to be the humans, right? Zombies bad, humans badder. What do you think of Cillian Murphy's character? Do you think Jim is going to be zombie? Do you think he's going to be good? Do you think he's going to be kind of mixed in the middle? There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of potentials. But yeah, I'd love to hear kind of your ideas, your little theories, your concepts, and what you think of the trailer. Of course, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, either way, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.